no clue. This is just my first time ever even doing this. Yeah. And so I'm pretty excited. So we are now officially live. It's recording.
I shouldn't smoke the bong.
No, absolutely. Let's turn on the video. Getting high with Pops before the very first webinar. Behind the scenes of internet. I'm glad this is recording. That's the best part. All right, so I need to start inviting, and then I'm going to go live. Thanks, Pops. Love ya. Let's see. All right, we got to... Before the show rips. Not yet, but it's still recording. She's not here yet. She's about ready to get on though. Unless she is here. Barbara, are you here? Oh yeah, you are here. Allowed to talk. Promote to panelist. There you go. All right, are you there? Let's see more. Make host. Change role to attendee. Put on hold.
Oh, here.
Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
It says that the video cannot be, that you have to allow me the video in order for my video to work.
Okay. So how do I add and allow? I could forbid your recording. Now, how do I allow you to?
Yeah, it says I cannot start my video because the host stopped it.
I put you as the host. Does that make you anything? Does that?
Yep.
Yeah. We are doing this. We are grown-ups.
That's so funny.
Okay, now do you have that more button down at the bottom?
Let me see.
The Facebook Live event?
Oh, yeah, now I see it more.
Yeah.
But, wait, I cannot see the Facebook Live. I just have invite, stop, and pause. Please tell me you see it. Oh my God.
I saw it when I was the host.
Go back to be the host.
All right. Can you try sending me the host again, and then
how do I do that? Wait. Oh my God, I've been
claim host. Oh yeah,
okay.
You're still on the screen. Yes. All right. So I could do live on YouTube, Facebook. All right.
Perfect.
All right, so live on Workplace by Facebook or live on Facebook? All right, here we go. Live on Facebook. All right, now we want this to go live on your Facebook. Now, how are we going to do this on your Facebook?
Maybe you can try to make it on your Facebook, and then share it
To your Facebook.
to my Facebook.
We can absolutely do that. All right, so it'll just be that's perfect because I have some people that are going to be in my Facebook.
Okay.
That are actually really excited about this.
Because if you tag me, I
Yeah.
don't know. There must be a way.
All right. Did you have a description? Did you already write a description?
Not really.
Okay. All right. So let's see.
This was gonna be my first. I thought that first Facebook Live had the option to do like dual. That's
Yeah.
why I was like, I don't think I need, you know.
Now, do I kind of since I'm hosting it? Do I talk in like a I voice? Right. Like I guess is it like how I like how I like my journey? I guess how I went.
Yeah, how I went from my 9 to 5 to freedom and spending more time with my family, changing my mindset and doing this easy task. That always that always like gets more attraction, like doing this easy task.
Right. All right, go live. I'm pressing the button.
Oh my God, that's great.
Facebook Live, preparing to stream this live on Facebook.
So I wonder if I had like the same thing in my Zoom, how can I connect your Facebook on my okay, I guess we're live.
Is that us? All right.
All right.
There we are.
Hello.
All right. I'm Jeff Caldwell, and I'm here with Barbara.
Hi, Jeff. We finally did it.
Yes, we finally did it. We've been behind the scenes trying to get this thing going, and it is finally launched. So the first of many, and so we're here.
I know. I feel like you have accomplished the impossible. Seriously.
Yeah.
You're like, look at these. Wait, what is this?
I know we can do it. Yeah.
I'm so glad though. That was funny.
So awesome. So Barbara reached out to me a few days ago, and we've been talking about just kind of her life coaching, and at first I was kind of interested in what she was having to do, and it was really cool because it was like I got to know who she was, and just recently she reached out to me because she wanted to know what I was doing, and which was really cool, is because it's amazing to see just it's cool because to bring cool people in like her around me. So I'm really excited about this interview, and I hope you guys get some great value out of this.
Yeah, thank you, Jeffrey. Yeah, actually, it's really interesting when two people get together in order to give value, because what you do it's not life coaching per se, but it's also like kind of coaching people how to get unstuck of their 9 to 5 job and create revenue out of the online world, which it's amazing because in this journey, there's a lot of skeptic people about that. How can you do that? How can you actually quit your job and start working from any part of the world? So I was like, I need to interview him. I need to ask him. I need the audience to know, because I know I'm not the only one that is curious about this.
Yeah.
You know? And I love it, because when I talk about this with people, for example, with my family and my dad, he's like, I do not really understand what you do, but as long as you're happy, it's fine. And my mom is like,
I love it.
try to explain them. They're like, look, you have a home, you pay your bills, you're happy. Go ahead, keep doing whatever you're doing.
Like, whatever.
Yeah, and I'm not even gonna tell you what my grandparents like. Why don't you just get a job or go back to your old job in TV? I was like, yeah.
I don't understand.
I know. Because I think people that actually understand and are like super passionate and very positive about it, like you, was like, please, I need to connect with my tribe in order not to go insane.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the time also. And I wanted to ask, how did you make that mindset, like that shift in your mindset? Because I know for where we went talking a little bit later, you were working in a 9 to 5 job office, right?
Kind of.
Sorry.
Yeah. So about a year and a half ago, I was working. I used to work for a really awesome ammunition company, and I would like take photos, and it was like kind of just like my start of even in like business. But
yeah,
it was my uncle's company, and so it was like a family-owned company. But I had to figure out, like, I was the owner of the company. Like, he really wasn't around to like help me, and I was kind of, my responsibility was make money. And he always would like tell me, hey, like, man, like, you need to go out to like the stores, and you need to like go sell door to door and like sell the ammo to the stores, you know. And I'm just like, no, like, I'm telling you, I don't know why, but like every time I send out all of these emails, people seem to come to our website and buy our stuff. I don't understand it, you know, but like, I'm just going to keep doing it because it just keeps working. And that's what who we bought the company from just taught us how to do it, you know?
Yeah.
And so I just kept doing it, and it kept working. And
you had no idea that I was like, you were doing email marketing. Like you were just like, this works, let's keep doing it.
Oh, I was like one of the laziest guys too. I would just be like, all right, for sale, you know, and I would just be like, here's your stuff, you know, and I'll just be like, no matter what I say to these guys, they just keep buying.
You're like, okay, give me
so
money.
I had no clue about spam. I didn't know about copywriting. I just did it because my job was to make money for the company. And so I had to figure out something, and it wasn't a lot because, but it was enough to say like, hey, like, it's worth it. You know, it's something, you know, it's a proof that it works.
Yeah, exactly. So for the people that are watching, you don't need to be an expert on coding, on marketing, on, you know, ClickFunnels or anything to start. You just need to start. Just start.
Like, whatever it is. Like, most of the people are just sitting at home watching The Bachelor, and they're like, that's my wife and I's guilty pleasure. And like,
we'll have one guilty pleasure.
But just like, spend some time watching like a video, watch some training, and just spend like a little bit of time, because like there's something, right? There's something to this internet thing.
Yeah. Like we were talking a few minutes ago about that, how sometimes I start knowing nothing about it, you know. It's like I cannot afford to pay a masterclass coach right now, but there's like many stuff in the internet right now that it's for free, that if you just take some time to deeply go into the material and start like playing around, don't believe that it's gonna be from the night to other night, you know, like, oh, look, I'm gonna start doing this internet thing, oh my god, 2 days I am rich.
Rich overnight.
Like, it takes time.
Because so it's not that like you get like, oh, I'm rich overnight. No, it's like, I just hit a breakthrough, and I see the light, you know, and that's the most important thing is like everyone thinks like, oh, like overnight millionaire. It's like, no, like, you know how many like breakthroughs I had to have just to get to here, just to like be able to like, look, like I'm in my garage, you know, just to be able to like Skype on my garage from home, you know, like there
Yeah.
has a lot of freaking like videos, like a lot of training, you know, like.
Oh my God, I know.
But I didn't quit.
I'm in the past. It takes it takes dedication. It takes a lot of studying. And if you can afford to pay a masterclass coach, then do it. You will save a lot of time. You will save a lot of time. But there's also like free stuff out there.
Yeah. There is a lot of free stuff. So if you're like, hey, I don't have the money, but I just have the free stuff. Like, you know how many times when I first got ClickFunnels, I literally like, I was that guy that would like set a timer for like 13 days because like, I was like, babe, if they charge me, we're not gonna have no money.
Oh, I did that with a ClickFunnels.
I would cancel my account and I would be like, I would do it like 6 times and I would just be like, I wonder if that ClickFunnels, they're like, dude, we know you.
Yeah, I know.
Broke. What
Guilty.
Guilty. Yeah, I hope I'm not the only one.
I know. That's so funny.
I did that for like 6 months.
I know.
Yeah, it was crazy, but it worked. You know, it was worth it.
Definitely worth it. So, when you start doing this online business, were you insecure about if it was working? Were you insecure? Like, how did you change that mindset? Because you're a stay-home dad and you have a family to support, you know. And one of the most known, not excuses, but what I've listened hear the most, you know, quote is like, yes, but I have family, I have responsibilities, I have to pay bills, I have to do this. Like, do you want me just to quit and that stuff? And I'm like, no, do not quit your job just because, like, do not. You need an income.
That's not what we're saying.
Not doing.
You know, so I would say when you're going on this like online journey, it almost has nothing to do with what you sell and like what market you end up with. It really has to do with like, you know, you truly end up finding yourself. You know, like when I first started this, I was like selling websites and I was like helping like fitness coaches. And the thing is like those fitness coaches suck. Like, they hated me and I hated them. Like we did not get along, but we made money. But it was still like, it wasn't in the spirit of like having
service
fun, you know? And so like, you know, and I just stopped caring about what people thought, you know, like there's a lot of people that you know, like I see all these other guys that have cool lives and it's just like, why do I wish I could have those? Why don't I just start being who I want to hang out with, you know? And so like, even my friend Todd, like holla Todd, like he's on with the webinar. Like he's one of the coolest freaking guys I know. And like, I get to hang out with him and talk to him. And he's like, he's considered my customer, but he's the coolest guy I freaking know, you know, like, and that's who I want to hang out with, you know? So after a while you stop caring about what people think. Cause there's thousands and thousands of people that are going to give you your opinion and tell you like, hey, what you're doing is wrong. But guess what? Like, do what makes you happy because like, you only got one life. You got one life.
Of course you got one life.
People say.
Unless you die and reincarnate.
Family of 5. No excuse.
Of course. And I think the most important thing you need when you are a solo online entrepreneur, as you and I, is to be surrounded somehow by a supportive community. That is the priority. The number one step. Like, forget about the mindset. The mindset is important, but hold it there. Like, if you don't have a supportive community, you will just like hear all the noises outside, what you want to do. Like, what are you doing? You're crazy. Don't do that. But if you find the community that is supporting you and cheering you up, and you know what? Like you and I right now, like,
yes,
I know you, like, I feel you, bro. I feel what you're going through. It's fine. You can do it.
Like we're going through the same struggles together. Like we feel it.
Exactly. So that's the number one thing when you want to go and do your solopreneur online business work.
Yeah.
Get surrounded by a community, a supportive community.
Yeah, you must.
Yeah, yeah. And when you were telling me that everything for you was working, not randomly, but you were doing all these email marketing strategies without even knowing what were you doing, like, hurry up. What was the point where you decided, or where you were like, nah, this is not for me, I should do another, like, kind of thing?
Yeah. So pretty much me and my uncle, we got in an argument because I refused to go and spend 7, 8 hours driving around Phoenix, because I lived in Phoenix, Arizona at the time, which is a humongous city, right? Ridiculous. Like, I refused to drive around Phoenix and knocking on door to door and selling ammo. And so I was just like, I essentially went back for Thanksgiving to Las Vegas, and I was like, wow, like, I sent out an email from Las Vegas, and I was like, boom, made sales, and it was one of our biggest months. Literally, like, that month was the proving that, like, I could make more sales online than I could if I went door to door.
Door to door, yeah.
Right. And so I was just hammering the email list. Like, every day I was in a vengeance to prove that my uncle was wrong and the internet is the best thing in the world.
Yes,
so
of course.
I was doing that from Las Vegas. And then I was like, we had such an amazing time. We were around, like, awesome friends, awesome family. Like, we love everyone here in Las Vegas. We had really good friends in Phoenix too, but we really had, like, surrounded by the people we, like, truly loved. It wasn't like I moved to to Phoenix just for a job, and so it was like I had a great job there, but it was like I lost all the cool people that were, like, in my life that I really loved, So I was like, I'm going to move back. And so we could do all this from home. So we literally went back and, like, I'm done. I quit. I'm done. I'm moving back.
Wow.
And they're like, okay, well, we'll still pay you. They didn't want to let me go because I was the business. Like, I was the lifeline of the company because I was the one making all the sales.
Yeah, of course.
I was the lifeline. And so they essentially kept me on for, like, another 6 months. And we moved into my wife's mom's house in a 1-bedroom, 5 people in a little room. And then we ended up getting our own place, which was a 1-bedroom condo with 5 people, and we still lived in our own room. We weren't making a lot, but it was working.
Yeah.
And then and then literally I remember I was watching I still like watching TV, right? Like, it's not like I devote my whole life to, like, working, but I just choose what I watch. So I was watching, like, The Prophet, which is like an entrepreneur, like, like Leon Marcus, like, the dude's amazing, right? So I was watching that show, and they mentioned ClickFunnels, and I was like, oh man, what is that? And I was like, that's so cool. Like, that's a website builder. Like, I want to check that out. But I went on to I like Googled search ClickFunnels, and I saw the Russell video, and
oh my God, yeah.
Everybody else, right? And I was like, I could do this, right? And I was super excited because I already had the product, right? Like, and that's kind of like the product is what most people don't have. So I was like, I have ammunition. I could sell that. I already know, I'm already doing that. We already have a website, and I was like, this one is so much better. Like, I understand.
You were halfway. You just needed.
Yeah, I just needed
to scale,
funnel, right? Like, my website was just, like, hoping that they would click on the buy button.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, I was just hoping that they were going to click on all the, add everything in my cart.
Yeah. Check out, please.
Thinking that they wanted everything I was selling, But people don't do that.
Nope.
And so I was super excited. And so I immediately went to, I opened up the account. And I spent, like, it was like a Sunday afternoon. I go to church, so I don't work on Sundays. Usually that's my day off. But I put together I was having a blast. Like, ClickFunnels was so fun. And so I was, like, putting together these videos of me by the pool, relaxing. And I was trying to
nice.
But I was trying to show my uncle that, like, we could teach, like, shooters, like, how to do, like, training videos, and, like, we could record videos and then sell the training videos over and over with ClickFunnels.
Yeah.
Give away that training and then to sell our ammo. Like, that was the goal, right? Like, we had the shooters, we just needed to sell the ammo. So let's give away free training, right? That was the lead magnet, right, at the time. And so I made this I made overnight. I made a membership area and all this stuff, and and it was like I put a lot of work into this, and that is when I learned about opt-in rates and bounce rates, and because it was pictures of me like lounging by the pool, and so all my uncle saw was like a website with me, like the very first picture was me like hanging out on the pool, like just joking around, and I'm like trying to get him to see the course, but he didn't even have the patience to even see anything further besides the opt-in page, and he left. And then 2 days later, or like a few days later, he stopped paying me.
Oh, he thought that you were just lying by the pool, look at me.
Saw, right? And so be very careful about your first page because it really sets an image.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And so he fired me. But I was like, and literally he stopped talking to me. Like it didn't even tell me I was getting fired. He just stopped paying me.
No
and
way.
so it really sucked because like I had a family of 5. And so I was like, man, like we were already scraping by. How are we going to what are we going to do? But I was like,
chill by the pool.
I was like, he doesn't even know, like, I just discovered like the best thing that like has ever happened to us as a company. Like you don't even understand. And you're letting me go now. And I was like, wow, like this is one of those things where it's like one door closes and another one opens, like
it's just the old paradigm,
Yeah, I just gotta freaking take it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I get you. Mm-hmm.
And so I did. And so I was in the gun industry, and I didn't like firearms. It wasn't my passion. I actually hated it. I was in the Army before, and like I was a medic in the Army, so I wasn't like the guy that's shooting. I was the guy that's like, hey, let's just get along.
Yeah.
And so it's like completely different mindset. And so like, I really wasn't into the whole like tactical gun shooting thing, but so I left that and I built a website for the cannabis industry, which I much more love. Mm-hmm. And that's how I paid my bills.
What? Okay, this is a very funny story that I'm pretty sure a lot of people would love to hear. How Jeffrey went from the gun to the cannabis to pay the bills after he got fired. Please.
All right, so I realized that like I couldn't probably go get a job, wait for a job interview, anything. I was like, all right, like I gotta sell a website, right? Every business needs leads and sales, right? So if you could get them leads and sales, you essentially like they'll pay you any money. Like I knew that because like I was making the company a lot of money, but it's whatever, right? So like, so I knew if I could help somebody make money, they'll essentially pay me for it. So I made a website. It's pretty funny because like my mom, I think she's on here. Holla, mom, if you're on here. My mom, she was part of it, but it was called Free Gifts for Stoners, and it was just a giveaway website for cannabis. And
so you were like giving cannabis for free?
It was the best. So I would.
Oh my god, that is so funny. Yeah, that's so interesting.
I would show up to a cannabis company and I would say, hey, look, like let's do a giveaway and let's collect leads online and let's give like a $200 cannabis edible, like because Vegas just legalized cannabis, And
I can just imagine how many leads you got from like, hey, here you have your cannabis for free. Give me your email.
Like it was so much website. Because the cannabis guys, it's like all these guys have money, but they have no clue how to get people to buy their stuff. Did you got
on the affiliate marketing with them?
Oh no!
How did you contact? You already knew them?
No, I would just. I would cold call them. I would pull up a cannabis magazine and I would hang out in the garage, blaze it up, and I would literally go through the whole entire thing and call every single phone number in there. And just be like,
that's entrepreneurship.
What up, man?
Seriously.
Name on there, I would just holler, man. Like you just gotta make waves, man. You just have to. If you're gonna do something, do it.
That's fucking entrepreneurship. That's the fucking attitude. I don't know anyone. Whatever, I'm gonna call.
You just have to. And guess what? It turned into like I was able to. I remember I was literally like sitting outside of church, like just praying, like just calling people nonstop. Just like all right, like I gotta get this done, like and and just going through it. And I mean, one person led to another, and it might not have been the first person, but they might have been like, yeah, I'll give you a shot, come over. And they're like, maybe I can't help you. So my very first sales call, I didn't sell them a website. I really wanted to. I really wanted to sell them it. I ended up selling them to go to my church. And so they go to my church now, and they're like great friends.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
I was like, man, that's the best sale I could have ever had. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's so we do business now, so it's really cool. So it pays off.
You never know where the contact was going to be coming from.
You never know who decides like to go on a different journey, you know, or who decides like how they're going to play into your life, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like
action, take action, take action.
Yeah, take action. Like, just do it, because once you start, like, it's at first like it's kind of like a rocket ship, right? Like, it's everyone talks about this motivation thing. It's like, oh, I don't have the motivation to do it, but it's like it's a rocket ship. Once you start to blast off and you start to use all that fuel and you get outside of like the Earth's orbit, right? Like you don't. After that, like you're just coasting.
Yeah, exactly.
Once you take off and you get that energy, like it's not that you're coasting, like it gets easier. No. It gets funner. Like you get to hang out with people you like. You get to do like we're on Facebook Live.
Exactly.
This is cool.
Exactly. And that's the thing. That's the thing that most of the people are looking forward to achieve. Because once you start generating results, one day at a time, like it's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah.
Well, it's one freaking day at a time, but then you start doing more fun stuff. You start getting into the feeling of, you know what? I freaking like this. Like doing this and get paid, it feels good. And I don't have to be in an office for 9 to 5, or maybe I want to be in my own office from 9 to 5, but it's gonna be my own space, or in a co-working space, or in a garage nearby the pool, you know? Like, I don't have to go somewhere, and I don't have to be selling my, like, time for money, trading my time for money, like, just getting the zone. Because motivation, I'm sorry to say this, but motivation sucks. It's never there when you need it.
There's so many days I lay in bed, I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere.
Me too. Like so many days I'm like, oh my God, I need to open my laptop and tomorrow, and another day lost, and another day lost.
Yeah, you're like, I should just give up.
Yeah. How many times and sometimes I get that thought, like, oh my God, I should just go get a job. This is so tough. I'm like, hey, get out of that. Get out of that space.
Yeah. So here's the craziest thing is, my wife and I, we've actually, like, I believe she's on here too, and one of the guys on here is this story really relates to him. So I literally, like, I almost arrived to that point probably about like a week and a half ago, right? I was just like, like, maybe I should just like go get a job, because like, yes, I'm thinking about all of this time about making this fortune online, right? Like this whole time I've been thinking about this, right? And now it's like, well, what about making a living? You know, like I'm cutting out all of these things, you know, like the living that everybody else is doing, you know, that everyone says like you can't buy with money, you know, and it's just like,
yeah,
I almost quit, right? And so, and then the guy that like I see his little hearts popping up right here, right? Holla, man. All right, his name. Oh man, this guy is a freaking legend. And I am just like so blown away with every single thing that this guy has put out, and I just can't believe that somebody could like. I don't understand why he does what he does. Like, why does he give so much value? Like, I don't understand. Like, this guy should be like at the top of a mountain somewhere. That and so like it's he's my really great friend. And so as I was about ready to quit, like I don't know how I stumbled, but I stumbled upon one of his trainings, and it literally like changed everything that we were doing because we all chased this like passive idea, right? Like we all trace like, all right, but we all know that you have to first get your emails set up, then you have to get your website set up, then you have to like bring traffic. So even though it's like
Build your email list. That's the most important thing.
even though one day it will be passive, we've never actually been able to achieve the passiveness of the passive.
And it's not. Yes, you're right. And it does not differ a lot from a real, not a real business, like a business like a restaurant. Just because when you put a business outside, a restaurant, a coffee shop, whatever, you won't start making revenue right away.
Not at all. Nobody wants
You have to wait 3 years or so. Like 3 years is the range of time to actually, as a business owner, start generating revenue.
Yes.
Because everything that you are generating
right?
for is to pay the bills and to get the money again. So it's the same in the online world. Yeah, but it will take you, like if you really focus and if you really, it's going to take you 6 months or 7 months to start generating revenue. And if you are really a freak of it and you're really like obsessed, maybe like in 1 month or 2 months you can start having some income. I mean, like passive income,
Yeah, like and so like, but today, like, so what's the coolest thing is, as I was about ready to quit, Catlin. So Catlin is he's awesome. Oh my God, man, he is just freaking amazing. And so like, we're in a copy paste world, and after a while, you don't realize how copy paste things could really get on the internet. And ClickFunnels, the reason ClickFunnels is amazing because I could build a website and I could send you the exact same website. So you could have the exact same thing. But
Yeah.
he really like, not only did he harness like the power of the internet, but he harnessed this one thing. And so like that thing is like, holy crap, that is so amazing because that's the money source. And so when you could like duplicate the money source and be able to help multiple people at once and then train them on how to do it so they could use it as a side hustle while like they pay for their
working and
oh man, like this is just, it blows my mind. So it's like, I can't believe just to be able to stumble upon it, right? Like we all talk about like, like it's, like, a miracles, right? Like this guy's a miracle. Like this, I can't believe this guy has been working on the side, all behind the scenes. Like I didn't even know him. And all of a sudden one day he just delivers like a solution that like.
Yes, you know why? Because you said yes to the opportunity, When you're in alignment with what you really want to do and you get into that zone, then books start falling down from the shelf, synchronicities start happening, start meeting the right people at the right time, in the right place. It doesn't matter if it's online or not, like it doesn't matter. And then you start like learning more. They start giving you tools and it's like are like, oh my God, seriously, this is happening? And it's all because you are in alignment with what you want to do, with your passion, because you feel that excitement of waking up every day and not be like, shit, I have to go to my job. I would like to be doing this, but I hate my job and all that. I hate that vibe. It's like, okay, you don't like your job, so do something and change it. I'm not saying quit your job right away because you have to be very like smart in the financial matters. But if you don't like that job, then try to find something in that job that you do not dislike, until you get your shit together and know what you want to do, and then trace the map and change it.
And on that point, so you kind of said, like when I got fired and I had no prior like knowledge that I was going to get fired. It was just kind of like, hey, here it is. But the thing is even though, so I lost my home in that, right? I lost my 1-bedroom condo, right, with my family of 5.
Yeah.
I had to go through some hard stuff. But what I realized that like my uncle wasn't my provider, there's something higher, like I'm not going to die, and the thing is I even gained 20 pounds.
Oh my God. That happens.
If you start this journey, you are not going to fail. Like there's not like this fiery thing that's like going to consume you if you fail at internet marketing. Like, so just try it.
Just
Like,
do
just
it.
do it.
Just do
Take
it.
action.
Take action. Be patient. Be consistent.
Yes.
Surround yourself by people that are in the same in the same community. You know, like people with the same mindset. I think that is. I will keep saying this
Huge.
nonstop. I will keep saying this nonstop. When I went out from college a few years ago, I was like, no, 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 no. I had to go and make money, go and make money, go and make money somehow. I went in a big depression because I was working I was working in TV, in the TV industry in Mexico. And even though it was like really fun and an ego booster or whatever, it was actually really depressing because I had to be there like every single day. Sometimes I wanted to do other stuff, but I had to work on weekends. And don't get me wrong, I'm really grateful for that job.
Yeah.
But then when that ended, I was like, what am I doing with my life? Do I really want this? I'm still young. Like I can make a shift.
Yeah.
What am I freaking doing with my life? And I just got so depressed. I was like, you know what? Whatever. So I just let myself to almost die until I was like, okay, I have all this free time.
Yeah.
And here comes a point that you were talking about this few minutes ago. Like, yes, you like watching TV, but you also like, where are you investing your time in? Like, what are you consuming? Yes, you want to watch TV or be in your house. Okay, what's the material you're watching? So I just started like digging online and like self-help, coaching, spirituality, online things, like all my I was unemployed for by choice for 6 months or so. So
that's awesome. Good job. 6 months is pretty sweet.
like all my time, and I was living in my father's place. It was like I'm the worst 25-year-old youngster in the world. I live with my father.
Oh no. I got a family 5 living with my parents. Don't worry, girl.
There you go. See, the hustle.
The hustle, because one day, like, it's not, there is a brighter side. Like, there is, I promise there is.
Yes, it is. It's just about what you consume, like where you're spending your time with, and what are you doing in your spare time. That's really important. So I just started teaching myself, learning, like just consuming. And one day, suddenly I had like a shift in my mindset. And I was like, oh my God, I can do things different. I don't have to go to the 9 to 5. I don't have to, because I was having all my family pressure, like, hey, get a job. You just went out of college. Like, come on, do this, do that. Look at this person. Look at what this person is doing. They have the super corporative jobs. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. So I went into multiple job interviews, but I think they know your vibe. They read your vibe, whether you are aware of it or not. So I was getting nothing because I was like, whatever, asking me, so why would we have to give you this job? Because I have experience. I was not giving the right vibe because I didn't want it.
Why do you want this job? Because I want to make money. Like, I need to make money. Like, I have to pay a bill.
My parents are bugging my ass to get a job. So I can
but you have to like stay because
again.
I've always wanted to work here.
Yeah. So what do you know about the company? I don't know. Like nothing.
Google says you guys are really good.
Yeah. So that you pay very good. That you give me health insurance.
$12 an hour, so you meet my requirements.
Yeah. And you have you give me health insurance. Yeah. No. After that, I was like, oh man, this is really not for me. Like, this is why my own path is different. And it took me over a year to actually discover it, and I keep discovering every day, every single.
It's a really daily discovery.
It's yes, it is.
Some days you discover I want to go back to bed, and then some days you rock it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yesterday was one of those days where I was feeling like not down, but a little like, oh my God, this is taking too long. Okay, no, right mindset. let's read something productive. Let's
Oh, no,
watch
so
a tutorial.
here's a shout out to you. So yesterday is when you reached out to me. Like this was like you putting stuff together. Like, and I feel like that's huge because that's great follow up because without that, this would have never happened. So like, great job. Heck yeah. That's action.
Yeah, even though you don't want it, just do it. Just like
Let's do it. Yeah. Even if you're sick sometimes, you just got to do it.
I know, but it's easier to say it with you're in the other side of the spectrum.
So easy. My wife's on here and I'm the biggest baby.
Oh, that's so great. But see, you have a supportive family, a supportive wife, you know,
Yes, she is.
that's also really important. I literally remove all the people in my life that were negative to me.
Yeah.
Like, bye. Yeah, I ended up with a very few people in my list.
It's a Backstreet Boys move right there.
Yeah. Noise. No, I don't need this. I don't need this BS in my life. I already had enough. Enough.
That's good life coaching right there. I just want to let you know that is really good life coaching because there's a lot of people that need to hear that.
Yes, because you are the average of the 5 people you're spending most of the time with. What are you doing? Like, who's your community? Who are you being supported by? Like, even though you say you need no one in the world, come on, human beings, we are social beings for nature. Like, we need love, we need interaction, you know? So please don't tell me the BS, like, oh, I don't need anyone in the world. You're not a chair. You are a freaking human being. You need interaction. Surround yourself with people that are actually helpful to you.
Yeah, that's good. You are not a chair.
Yeah. Well, you're not a chair.
You're so right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's really cool. So even the people watching this video, like, like you'd be surprised. Like right now you're hanging out with 2 people, right? We're online. So this is a 3, right? 3 people now, you and, Barbara and me, like we're all hanging out together. So like, that's proof that you're surrounding yourself with people that you should be. Like surround yourself with people that are, like, motivated and freaking laughing for once. Stop being so down and depressing.
Hey, what is life? You don't laugh about your hustle.
Yes, like it's real. The struggle's real, but it's fun at least. Like,
and it's for we all freaking hustle. Even like you see the most amazing entrepreneur that's making tons. Yes, you don't know his hustle.
He's hustling his butt off. Yeah, you have to do that to get there.
Exactly.
Everest is a mountain. You have to climb it.
Yeah, that's why when I talk to people, I like to talk about my hustle. I like to talk about what I've been through because now I can laugh. And I keep laughing, and I add some sense of humor, which turns the conversation into a different state that depressing, sad. No. I'm a human.
Yeah,
we're human. We can share these. Not only the mask of like, yeah, look at me. I'm a super entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of my company, and everything is perfect. Everything is right. Like, no, that's not how it is. Like that is not how it is. You have to go through a very interesting path of self-learning, self-discovering, like rediscover yourself completely and change your mindset. And oh my God, like so many things, so many things that if I knew when I was younger, if I had known, oh my God, probably I would have everything. Like I would be in a different point.
Yeah. Oh man.
It would be so cool that in the future in the schools they actually start teaching ClickFunnels, for example, like how to make money online or
you don't even know
like, affiliate marketing.
You just wait until my 8-year-old, 9-year-old daughter puts out her very first course on how to teach kids to ClickFunnels.
Oh my God.
Right, like you don't think she sees me in here working on freaking ClickFunnels all day long? Like she's learning by osmosis.
I know. Oh my God, it's crazy.
The next generation will be 10 times better than we are. I promise.
I think they will have more. Yeah, they will have the confidence in order to go and do it because our generation, it's already there.
Yeah, we already proved it, right? We're like the pioneers, right? Like a lot of people, they're like, don't go in the scary water. We're like, no, guys, come on, the water's nice. Like the sharks really aren't that scary.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. We're like
really not like, come on, it's not that bad. Let's go to the other side. I'm sure it's great. Like,
we're like the first kid, the firstborn kid, and if you have siblings and you are the older one, it's like they already know and the parents already practice with you. So the next kid is like, yeah, you can do that. It's fine, whatever. We're already screwing with the first one, so it's not that scary. Go ahead.
The middle child syndrome.
Yeah. So let's talk about the affiliate market.
Okay.
Is that the course that you were talking to me about before we went into the school?
Yes. All right. So when I was talking earlier, I partnered with this really amazing guy named Catlin, and this guy, he is able to take I'm talking the uber complex, copy paste it, and then now you just have to follow along and say, hey, copy paste this here and just put that there, like just do it, and blindly follow him and be able to set this whole entire thing up. And whether you use this site for yourself or not, it's able to lay out like from an eagle-eye view of how this all works in a very like flawless way, like keep it together in such an amazing way. So this training, we're giving it away for free. Literally, we want to see how many like people we can help, because it's like, it's not the training that we care about, like with people getting, right? Like that's really awesome that this training is going to be able to help a lot of people, but
yeah,
it's about them experiencing it and then continue on with their journey, because everyone has their own journey, right? I have my own journey. You've had your own journey, and so even the people watching, you have your own freaking journey. So everyone's journey is different. And so it's experience your own journey, but also be on the journey. You have to go on the journey.
Yeah.
Get on the bus.
Definitely. Yeah.
And so that's what it's more about, So and so it's just like, how can we remove all freaking barriers so you could get on the bus? And this is what this guy did. And it's like, it blows my mind that he's put together something so well formatted and just so simple, like step by step. It's not that you have to do it all overnight and then you have to be like, oh, here it is. No, like you could take your time. There's 7 steps, spread it out over but the goal is to get it where you're able to afford to be able to continue to be able to do this, because like that's what stops people, is that and disbelief. But like, do it. Like it's not as scary as you can, and you can't afford it.
Yeah, that's why it's do not quit your job right away.
Come on, yes.
Just like, make some space.
Some funding to like start, and like ClickFunnels is cool because it gives you that. So when I used to like credit card dodge, it gives you that free 14-day trial. Mm-hmm. But that's like the only reason I used the 14-day trial is because I had no clue how to make money yet. And I was waiting for the website that made money so I could start paying for my account. Yeah. So that's why I never actually used it. And so this gives you a way to like stop like credit card dodging, sign up for the thing, and actually make it where you're profitable, and then get this one profitable. So now you can start having fun building a website, and then you could start replacing your day job. Like it's huge, like.
So you're saying it's actually possible to start with a ClickFunnels thing, then start making revenue in order to pay what you are like to pay itself per se?
To pay itself. Literally, ClickFunnels is going to pay you. Literally, like they pay you to promote their stuff. So literally, we're like creating this. You're creating this. So you're essentially, this is something called a self-liquidating offer, right? So you're giving away something free, but the goal is to pay off the cost of leads, right? Everybody has and leads.
Yeah.
And so you're essentially collecting emails, which those are like your assets, right? Assets make money. So that you're able to take those emails and message them in the future with other offers that you have. So once you start creating more products and you start building more websites, whether it's in the fitness industry or the health industry or the firearm industry or the make money online industry, whatever you create, you're able to message out that list in the future because you now have a list. And so that's the goal. We're trying to get you to build a list and get you to like generate some money So you're able to continue to do this. And then you have like something to stand on, right? We're trying to get you to build a house of like stone first before you start to look at the skyscraper and the like the nice beach that you try to go to.
Yeah.
That's the goal. We all want that because like I'm planning the trip to Jamaica. I'm just not there yet. But you know, it's the idea. But like when you get there, you need to know what kind of day you live, right? So when you were talking about like, you know, like you had this job and you were like, you know, like it was just kind of like you were a TV host, right? And it was a dream job, right? Like mine was an ammunition job. Like we were shooting guns. Like, it was a dream job. And it should have been everything that I wanted, right?
Yeah.
Look, so you're still on TV, right? So you're not doing much difference, right? Like I'm looking at you on a screen, which for me it looks like a YouTube video, but I'm interacting with it. So for me it doesn't look much different, right? Like so it's no different. Like you're still on a screen, but now you're actually doing something that you want, right? This might be on your off time, or you know, this is your time. Like you didn't get paid to reach out to me or paid to make this video. Like
No.
It puts the hands of freedom back into your hands, you know. So it's so incredibly powerful. It's so incredibly. So what really changed it is I really had to think of what, you know, not once I got over the beer commercial of my life, you know, like, oh, I want to live in Bahamas and this is what my life would be like, right? Like,
Bali.
right? Like I had to actually think of what was the mundane things that I would do on a daily basis, you know, like what time would I wake up? What would I eat for breakfast? You know, like what time would I start work? What would I want to do at work?
Have the freedom to choose your activities and how you spend your time.
Yes. And so like if you could plan out your day literally hour by hour, how would you want to live? Right.
Oh
and
my
like,
God.
you know, and the craziest thing is
That's wealth for me. That's being wealthy. That's yeah.
Like, that's literally my list. And ever since I built that list, like that's what I've been writing, you know, and so that's what I've been like, hey, this is the type of day I want to live. And on there, it says, hey, I just want to make Facebook videos and I just want to like hang out with really cool people.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do. And guess what? Like, this is my very first video that I get to hang out with really cool people and make videos.
Woo!
Yeah, so like freaking holler to writing down your goals because it doesn't come true unless you write it down, you know, so you must break out.
You must be aware.
Yeah, so stop pushing for goals, you know, don't set like these crazy goals because like you still have to live a mundane life, you know, we can only live one day at a time, you know, which is good because sometimes life's overwhelming.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's what I tell a lot of my coaches. Sometimes it's very overwhelming to think like, okay, I want this super goal, you know. You're in the online world, so I'm pretty sure you've watched like Tai Lopez ads, and you know, like, oh yeah, in the Lamborghini with this big mansion, and some other like sponsored ads in Facebook of how to create and generate multiple business of 5 figures a month, you know, and then all these wealthy kids doing tons of money. It's like, yeah, you can get into that. But they started somewhere, you know, that shows the possibility of what you can achieve.
Yes, look, this is possible.
It's just I don't even think it's one day at a time. It's one thought at a time.
One thought
at a time, one action at a time, 1 hour at a time, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, you know, it's like, it's not overnight. I think just like the 0.02% of the people in the industry are like the people that are making money from one day to another, but you don't know what they are doing in order to get into that point as well. So it's just about patience, and it's just about mindsetting and believing in yourself, having self-reliance. I think it's imperative. It's imperative when you are in entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
In your case, for example, like you are the living example that you have a family, you have bills, you have responsibilities. And you know what? You did it anyways, and you keep doing it, and you believe that you can scale it. You know, you believe in yourself, you have self-reliance, and you have a supporting community. So all of those points are the strategy in order to get there. Okay, you have the competitive advantage that you were working for your uncle and you already had a product to put out, and like play with the email marketing and how to sell them. But for other people that they don't have a product, what can they do? Affiliate?
Yeah, so that's kind of like why I absolutely love affiliates. So once I lost that job, like pretty much like I lost the whole manufacturing plant, right? And so like that's like I had no product, right? So I lost everything, I lost my business, right? For me, that was kind of like my business because that was my little company.
Yeah.
Even though like it wasn't, I was like, and so affiliate marketing is the coolest thing because like you could just Google search Amazon affiliate, right? And Amazon, even if you go to Amazon.com, they have affiliates, right? So that means when you like if you were a car salesman, a car salesman actually isn't selling, he doesn't own the car, right? He's just the guy that's hired to sell the car, not get commission if he sells the car, right?
Yeah.
So like he's just a salesman for it, right? But he knows that the car is good. He trusts in Toyota. He believes that it's going to be right for people, right? And so he knows that he has a trustworthy product, right? And so pretty much the internet, a lot of the stuff, like when I talk about like everything can become digital, once you become like upload it and it becomes digital, it becomes like infinite, right? You could download it, share it.
Yeah.
So a lot of these things like websites, software, PDFs, videos, a lot of these things, like they can be digitally downloaded, shared, and used many times over. So there's no production cost, right? Like we're making this video right now, but after we've done this, you could watch this 100 times later, like in a few weeks, right? Like holler to everyone's that watching this in the past, right? Because we're
Hello, people of the future.
yeah, you're in the future, we're in the past. Right? So so that's the really cool thing about this, right? And now we turned it into intimacy. And so with that, there's no physical production. Like there's a physical cost of a car. And so that's the cost of goods. With digital products, it's digital. So you're able to get, instead of the 10% that you might make on a car, you're able to get like 50, 40% commissions on some of these things because they're digital, so because it's just infinite. And so when you don't have a product, this is an incredible place to start. And so,
which pages would you recommend for affiliate programs? Not programs like ClickFunnels,
yeah.
but affiliate products.
So I would say one of the best things about like affiliate products is most of the things that are in affiliate products are teaching someone, right? Like we're in the age of like information, right? So everyone wants to know how to get to that next level, how to do something, whether it's lose weight. And so pretty much once you have those, like there's tons of resources. And as you start to like even you and I, right? Like you have like life coaching, right? So you could even set up verbal affiliates, right? Affiliate is just like an agreement of like, hey, you and I will make a commission if we bring each other sales, right? Because you have an audience and I have an audience, right? So that's essentially, it's just saying like, I will give you a commission, a share of my profits, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a way of wording it, right? So there's a lot of affiliate programs. You just got to find out what you want to do. And so I would always recommend like kind of just figuring out what other, like when you're looking for something to sell, you want to see what other people are selling, because the thing is competition on the internet, right? Like that's one of the like the most like everyone's like, oh no, like the market's flooded. I'm too scared to get into this, right? But like that's the complete opposite way to think of it. Is there's a lot of people talking about it. And it's working, and you just need to continue doing it. You need to join it because it's like not everyone has been connected. Not everyone has done that thing. Not everyone has been introduced to it. And there's like, we live in a world of abundance, right? Like there's abundance of everything, right? Anything, abundance from poverty, abundance from like wealthiness. There's abundance to everything. So that means there's an abundance in the market. To find where the abundance is at. Right? If you wanted to find where the poverty is at, like you could find where the poverty is.
Yeah, definitely.
Where the abundance is at, you got to go where the abundance is at. So sell the things that are abundant, right? If a lot of people are doing it, it's usually successful, So figure out, be a testimony, try it out, test it, make sure that it's an awesome product and it provides you results. And then, only then you could provide, like say, hey, you should check this out, right? So you need to be you need to try it. You don't just say, hey, check out this product, and just try to sell stuff. And, like I did that with, like, I have a story of that in like multi-level marketing, and it just wasn't good.
Yeah, that's what I
I
stay away from that, believe me. Yeah, when I first started doing my research on how to make money online,
yeah,
the first results were like, multi-level, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no. Or, those packages, oh, yeah, this is, you just pay $600 and you're going to leverage and scale and sell pro, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no. There's so many scams out there. My sister got scammed by that. That's why I was like, no. It took me a while. Like, I mean, I've been in this online thing for 2.5 years, and I'm still learning so much
every day. Yeah, I love it.
It's infinite, and I don't see competition as competition. They're just coworkers doing their stuff, because the internet is everywhere. Like you have a whole planet as a client.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you find someone that needs your product? And if you're getting an affiliate in the affiliate program or in affiliate marketing, selling other people's product, and you don't know what to sell, go to Google AdSense, Google AdWords, see what people are looking for. What are the words that are, converting the most? What are the words that are converting the most? And scale that. Set a web page, scale that. There's so many cool things you can do. You can juice the online industry. And it's so exciting to be learning every day. I mean, I just download like tons of books on how to do it. And there's like a bunch of information. Like I'm like obsessed with Udemy,
Me
the
too,
tutorials. I'm like, oh my God, this is just like $9.99 and they're giving you, go into the groups of Facebook. I love Facebook groups. Oh my God, you can learn so much from there,
So much.
Yeah.
So much. And so when you kind of talked about that, so one of the goals with Catlin, if he's still on here, holla. So one of the goals of Catlin is, even when we give away this training for free, like literally he still brings people back into his group, and I think that he knows the power of like associating yourself with just people, and like even like how I got into touch with him, right? Like now him and I are connected, right? And like him and I literally, like I try to like message him as much as I can, because I'm so thankful for him, like, and so so it's really cool because like, he brings you back into that Facebook group. So as you complete the steps, the very last step is like, hey, come into the Facebook group, and everyone there's like, if you get stuck, like we're here to freaking help you, and so it's just become like this really, really amazing resource. So yeah, it's amazing. And I mean, there's no excuses. As I always say, there's no such a thing as try. Whether you do it or not, try is just an excuse. I am so sorry, but I cannot deal with that bullshit. I cannot. It's like, oh, I'm trying. No, there is no such a thing as try. I am so sorry. But I am the kind of coach that is going to kick your ass in a good way until you go and get what you want. So don't tell me this is an excuse. It's lame. Yeah.
And I say this with love to the people that know me.
I totally get it. Like literally it's crazy. It's all about action, because this stuff is copy paste. And so it's kind of like, if you don't do it, it's not because it's hard. It's because you just didn't do it, and it's like, you really got to you just got to follow along the training videos, because
that's the thing.
Like, just like, it's about suspending disbelief just for a second, like have faith that this could possibly work, and take action. That's it. That is it. And like, it's crazy, so it's
crazy. Just to,
cool. All right. So if anyone wants to check out the training, I'm going to drop the link below.
Oh yeah, please do.
There it is.
Including myself, I'm definitely checking it out.
There it is, and you can see. So I even launched this, made a new little, made a new logo. So I like that. So yeah. Awesome. it's amazing what you could do in like 48 hours if you just put your mind to it. And it's not like I was sitting in here like nonstop. I still have a family, you know. I still give my wife soft tickles on her back, you know, like she's
Yeah.
to be a husband, you know. And so the goal isn't to grow this big business so we could have a lot of money but have a really big business because that's gonna suck, you know. Like
Yeah.
the goal is eventually to like freedom so we can enjoy the people that we hang out with, enjoy like where we live.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's the goal for most of the people. Just be free to do with your time what you want to do. Do not depend on other people's time. That sucks. And Jeffrey, just to recap, so on step 1, step 2, step by step, what do you think it might be step by step to get on track?
So some of the very first steps is just getting signed up for ClickFunnels, right? You need a ClickFunnels account to be able to do any of this. That's like the number one tool, right?
Can you leave your affiliate link?
Yep. So I dropped in the training guide underneath, right? And so you're going to need your ClickFunnels account. And then the step 2 is we're going to send you that whole entire, like the website that you need to be able to make this all possible. Right. So we're literally going to be sending you that because we want to be able to do all the work. So don't you can change the website, right? I have some people that like say like, hey, I want to switch this out because they want to like make their own, you know. You absolutely can. That's the power of ClickFunnels. However, you don't have to, right? Just go to the next step is more important than trying to make all the changes right now, right? Make the next steps later. Right. Afterwards, you could come back and make your videos, but just go to the next step. Like, don't let the steps, like, don't get hung up on like, I got to make it my own, and like, don't do that. Just
follow the instructions.
Follow the instructions first, and then come back when you've relaxed, you got over your adrenaline, but immerse yourself in his training, right? Go through it and do the steps, get it done. And it's like, when you're done, like, it just becomes like you start to realize once you start, because at first you're going to share it on your Facebook, and then you're going to do the step where you actually do solo ads, which is essentially because most of the people that we're doing, they're just starting, right? They're starting with zero, right? Like, and that's the goal, right? Start with zero. That's where we wanted to meet you because that's where most people are. So when you start with zero, start sharing on your Facebook. Yes, get a few things that's going to be your friends and family and talk to them about what you're doing. However, with the solo ads is you're paying somebody else to bring visitors that they already trust. Like, it's somebody else's list, right? It's their like audience. They're basically saying, hey, like, you guys should check out this guy's website, right? And so those solo ads have credibility behind them. So you're already bringing people that are warmed up, right? They're warm traffic ready to check out what you have, right? And so those are going to be people that join your list. So, and then now you have to be able to, it creates this, you're able to build this list. And so once you capture this list, it creates this, you now have an asset. So you have the very first start of your business. That's what you need. The money is in the list. And that's what this starts to generate. Afterwards, you could this is the side hustle for all the other cool stuff that you're going to be able to do with this eventually. But yeah, this is definitely the rocket ship in the fuel that you need.
That's amazing. Yes. I could not be more agree and grateful to have met someone that is on the same path. And there's like a lot of people that are craving to have their life, not on their control, but to do with their life what they want to do.
Yeah.
Here into this world to expand, to create, to serve. And I know that if you deliver valuable content, then the money comes. The money comes. If you put your heart into service and into helping others, creating something that is going to be awesome for their lives, then the money comes along because you put yourself in that space of alignment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Zig Ziglar says the real secret is all about how many people you could help, and just when you give, you open yourself up to receive, and it's like, it's the craziest thing because like Catlin, right? Like Catlin right now, like he gave that original funnel. He put his time, right? Like I could only imagine how much like time he put in behind the scenes to put this training together.
Yeah, of
And
course.
now it's all going to come back to him. Like it's going to come back 100-fold because guess what? Like I got a loud mouth, man. I'm going to tell the world about you.
Oh, that's so cute.
So yeah, so like
I cannot wait to watch the training.
yeah, I can't wait for you to. So we're gonna follow up off this, and we're gonna.
Definitely.
I want to see where you are because literally, like, I want you to be able to say, like, look, like this is the live call. We did this, like, what is today, right? What's the live date?
16.
Right, the 16th, right? February 16th, right? So we're on February 16th. Get started because everyone that's watching hears that you're gonna get. This is like. What happens to the girl that actually went live and did this, and what's the results? And
It's like the 30-day challenge.
The 30-day challenge. Oh, that is wicked! I am rooting for you.
I will. You know what? Challenge accepted.
You don't even know how many people you have on your team just by accepting that. So that is what's more exciting. Like Todd, he just put a whole bunch of likes in. My wife just put a whole bunch of likes and hearts. So these are all the people that are on your team to make sure that you help and get that goal. So everyone that even joins with you and does the training, like we're all behind you too. Like we're all here to support you because this is what it's about. It's about like.
Yeah, you need to find a supportive community. Yeah, this is what we're talking about, for God's sake.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking about. So to close the interview, my friend, I accept the challenge.
Yes, the challenge.
Challenge accepted. Boom, shakalaka. Let's do it. So we're going to do a follow-up interview. No, it's not even going to be an interview, like a regular call.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you something like this. Man, this is amazing. Yes. Seriously. Oh, my God. Even if I'm making like 1K of passive income a month, yes. You know what? F it. I
love it. We are all on your team. We are like we're in it together. So like the more people we help, the better. So it's like it's self-perpetuating. So this is beautiful. So, like,
and if anyone that is watching have any doubt, like they want to join the team or ask questions or just like send a PM.
Yeah.
Just PM us like.
Dude, I love on my direct messages, voice messages, like that's how we communicate.
Just text, message, call, whatever. Ask, for God's sake. Ask.
Yes. Yeah. Take action, though.
Yeah. Also that's amazing, Jeff.
Awesome. Well, this has been probably the highlight of my week, so I'm so glad that I've had you on here. So thank you so incredibly much.
Thank you. And it was an adventure to set up the live with a Zoom. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It has been. But it's a great Zoom.
All right, but we got it done. Look, like we did it.
High five.
High five virtual. Yes, it's the best.
Perfect.
Awesome. You're the best. I will talk to you soon and keep rocking it, girl.
Yep. Keep rocking, boy. Talk to you soon. Thank you.
How do you stop these things?
Keep recording.
I got it now. All right, bye.
Bye.